Right, then, well, now moving on to what I'm really curious about, of course. Why did you this character?
Um, I just really like to write. Like I majored in English in university. Um, and like even before I got into DDLC, oh, there's a very loud motorbike outside. um, I I wrote poetry before I got into DDLC, but after I finished it, um, I thought, like as I just mentioned, like, oh, there are so many things that we don't see, and I thought, well, what if we try to fill in those gaps? You know.
Uh-huh.
So the first story I wrote was Stale Cupcakes, which is the Natsuki one.
Yes.
Because it might sound a bit petty, the reason I chose to write the Natsuki one first, but I guess my logic was I think Monica After Story was just kind of like kicking off at the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like, oh, like the MC and the Monica perspectives have been done a lot at that point. Sayori, I think no, it was Rain Clouds. DDRC just came out.
Oh yeah, that was.
So I thought like oh the so like that's kind of got like the Sayori market, and you got like the Monica and the MC market, and there was something that I'd seen about Yuri. I can't remember if I saw anything about Yuri, but I didn't see anything about Natsuki. Like there wasn't like any kind of like, because like, you know, Monica had like After Story, Sayori had Rain Clouds, but I didn't see anything relating to Natsuki.
Right, yeah.
Because at the time I thought she was like, you know, the least popular character.
She kind of was underrepresented on the fandom at that point. It would be still a very long time until stuff like Exit Music.
Yeah. So I guess I wanted to try and fill that void. And like just from like the stuff you glean from the game, I obviously had like a lot of headcanons that I had to use in the story, just because there's so much that is just not said. But there are a lot of areas where I could draw from personal experience. So it was kind of cathartic in a way as well, you know.
And had you written fan fiction before, other kind of stuff, or did you start with DDLC?
Yeah, no, yeah, DDLC has been it's been the only fix that I've written. Like I've written short stories and stuff for university, but like the only like explicit like fan fiction. Well, explicit's probably the wrong word. Like
yeah.
The only like actual fan fiction that I've written has been for DDLC.
Interesting. And why? I mean, of course, we're talking still like very early fandoms. Well, not very early, but still early compared to.
It was around I think like around November of the, because it came out in, when did it come out? It was like September. Yeah. So I first played it in November of 2017. So a couple of months after.
Yeah, I played it in December. So, like at that time, of course, the idea of mods, mostly as you mentioned, it at the very most advanced one was like after story.
Yeah.
But why did you decide to write fan fiction instead? Say, of course, that's something that has become popular after the building an actual team, create a mod. But why? Like, was your first choice to do fan fiction, or were you more interested in doing a mod? Because you mentioned that Monica fans had Monica After Story, Theory fans, Rain Clouds. Those are mods.
Yeah.
Why make your like your drop of sand and make it fan fiction and not a mod?
Well, at the time I had zero experience with Python. Even now I have like very minor experience with Python. And I generally just enjoy writing. Like I did post like poetry to the sub before I decided to write a story. But yeah, no, I just enjoyed writing more than like a mod would have been cool. Like I still think like if there was like a mod of my stories, that would be like kind of like a dream, because like that would just be so cool to see that kind of like brought to life in that way.
Sure,
But I do not have the necessary skill set to carry that out myself.
but what about? Well, there you have it, folks. Like, if you wanna make some mods out of Cupcakes' stories, you'll be making her very happy.